Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Mariana, a dating and relationship coach, and today I'm going to do another Q&A. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, do so because I get people to ask me questions on there. Some of them I answer on my stories, but then the ones I don't get to, I answer on YouTube. So I'm going to answer a few today. I love doing these because oftentimes I see the same type of question, just in different situations, but overall they're dealing with the same thing. So I know that maybe one of these questions you might relate to, and hopefully what I have to say might be of help. Okay, so let's get started. And I have my iPad here. I'm going to be reading the questions that I received. The first one says, how to get out of the circle. He doesn't clean the house. I get mad. He feels oppressed. We fight. I feel like this is such a common thing with couples. And oftentimes it's because one person starts to build up resentment. And I think one of the first things, which I've been guilty of, they don't do something, then you start doing it, but you start building everything up in your head, right? They didn't do something, you get mad, you don't communicate that they didn't do that, you start doing it yourself, and that resentment starts to build. So I think a great way to maybe approach the situation, because when we feel tired, when we feel exhausted and we bring up this problem, we come with an energy of anger, of resentment. And they can feel it, then they feel attacked, then they feel like they're not doing enough, they feel guilty, and so they react in not such a good way. So what I would advise you to do is maybe at the beginning of the week, you guys can have a check-in on how you can both support one another. So it's not only you saying, hey, this is how I want you to support me, you're also asking him, hey, and how can I support you? To keep it balanced so he feels like you also want to support him. And what I would advise is maybe doing it when you're both relaxed, when it's before bedtime and you guys can turn on a candle and maybe meditate before. Just make it a ritual a day before the week starts and just say, hey, how can we work as a team? I got you and you got me. How can we work through this together? Building a plan together, being excited about it, working as a team. It's not, he didn't do this, so I'm not going to do this. And it's not you versus him. It's how can we both work together? Come at it with a loving energy instead of accusatory. Even if he hasn't been cleaning house and you feel that anger, let that go, let compassion come in, because that's what's gonna get you further. And say, hey, maybe you've been stressed with work, let me know how I can be of support to you. It honestly just comes down to communication. But again, make a fun ritual out of it where you both feel held and supported, and you talk it out before the week starts. How can we support one another? What is our game plan? And you can make it fun. Maybe have your favorite snack, just make it a nice ritual event that you all do before the week starts. Okay. Second question is how to know he loves you. There's really no clear answer from that I could tell you, right? I'm not gonna say, well, he's gonna do this, this, and that. What I will say is you will feel when somebody loves you because they prioritize you, they respect you, they have you in mind when it comes to picturing their future. You will feel it. When somebody loves you, they show it and you don't have to question it. And like I said, it's not gonna be like he's gonna do this, 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 and that. It's not a list. Everybody's so different, we're so complex. But one thing is for sure, when somebody deeply loves you, you will feel it. There's no other way to really put it into words. You will feel supported, you will feel held, you will feel it. Okay, next question. How can I determine if my intuition is right or it's just self-doubt? Oh, this is a good one, and I think a lot of people have issues with this. Here's the thing. Intuition can be a quiet voice and it can be very quick, because usually our monkey mind, right, our talking mind rushes in there very, very quickly. So that's why we have to connect, maybe even just moments of silence. Ask a question and just feel it in the gut. For example, if you're trying to figure out something, whether something is right for you or not, put it in your mind's eye, just ask that question and right away feel into your intuition. Does your body feel more at ease? Does it expand? Does your heart expand? Does it contract? Don't let your mind talk, but tune into your body, because that's where a lot of our wisdom lies. I was talking to my boyfriend about something and he said, the gut. Listen to the gut, it always knows. And so sometimes our brain, our minds want something else, but it's not really what's best for us. So tune into your body, feel it. And I think it takes practice. And that's why it's good to journal. A lot of that comes out through journaling, through meditating, through just sitting there in silence and practicing that self-trust and tuning into your intuition, because you will feel it, you will know, the body knows. So just practice with that. Quiet down, ask yourself a question, and right away tune into your body. What does it feel like? What is it telling you? Okay, next question. It says, I have a problem of choosing to break up during an intense argument. I want to fix that. Okay, so it's just your nervous system going into fight or flight, and that's okay. And it's good that you're noticing that pattern and being self-aware. I think that is the first step. But reacting from that space can create damage and instability in a relationship. So here are a few things that might help you. First, pause, don't punish. A lot of the times our first reaction is oh, we feel hurt. We just want to go ahead and take action on this. But instead of saying, I'm done, say, okay, take a step back and tell yourself, okay, right now I am just overwhelmed and I need a moment to calm down so I can communicate in a better way. Give yourself a moment to breathe and create that space so your mind is past the reactive mode and it starts thinking from a more calm space. It changes things. And after that, after you come together, you're gonna name the pattern. Talk about how this shows up and why and what you're working on. That way together you can create a plan. Hey, this often triggers me. Okay, when that happens, what can we both do in that moment to keep each other safe so it doesn't escalate further? And it's a good way to also include your partner, because it's your partner, right? He wants to help. So both of you forming a plan where maybe make a code word. Okay, I'm starting to feel really, really bad. You can just say a quick word. Then he knows, okay, I'm gonna give her some time. You have that time to step away, to just calm down, create a plan together is going to be very, very helpful. And so when you take that time to yourself, you're regulating your nervous systems before you continue to have that conversation or that discussion that you guys were arguing about. So something you could do is breath work, grounding techniques, taking a walk outside, just breathing in fresh air, just taking time alone to connect with your body, not just scrolling on your phone on your bed pouting, but actually tuning into your body, just breathing and letting your body settle. And while you're settling and you're meditating, I want you to shift the focus of the fight being about control and it being more about connection. Arguments aren't always about being right. Both parties actually just want to be seen and they want to be understood. And so remind yourself in that moment, this is just us wanting to connect with each other. It's about connection, not fighting. We're both wanting to understand one another. Okay, next question. How to get back your confidence after suffering betrayal? I just want to say yes, betrayal really does hit differently. It shakes your sense of safety, and not just in that other person, but in yourself, because you say to yourself, how could I have trusted this person? How did I not see this coming? So you start questioning your judgment, your worth, your ability to trust again. But here's the truth, and something that I really, really, really want you to remember. Their betrayal says everything about them and nothing about you. But here are some ways that you can start gaining your confidence back, because it's going to take work. It's going to take practice. It's okay to feel it fully. Do not rush to feel okay again or feel super confident in yourself again. It is a process. So the first thing I want you to do is just feel it fully. And healing really starts by giving your permission to feel shame, to feel those ugly feelings, because without feeling them, we can't transform them. If we don't feel it, they're gonna be bottled up here and eventually it's gonna come out. So we have to feel it to heal it. Now, the next thing you're gonna do is you're going to separate their actions from your identity. Betrayal is a reflection of their integrity, not your inadequacy. You didn't deserve it. You shouldn't have seen it coming. You weren't too much. Don't let their lack of integrity become a part of your story. That does not belong to you. Or when betrayal happens, we often say, How did I not see that coming? How was I so dumb? And you're beating yourself up about this. But instead of using that energy of blaming yourself and being unkind to yourself, you have to turn into a moment to rebuild that trust in your intuition. Journal on it. Ask yourself, what red flags did I overlook? Where did a small voice in me come up, but I shushed it down and ignored what I probably didn't want to hear? What can you learn without self-blame? That's very important. This is not to beat yourself up about it, but to really learn, okay, what could I have looked out for? What signs did I ignore? It's something to help you to move forward. And again, confidence after betrayal doesn't mean that you say, oh yeah, it didn't hurt, I'm fine, I'm back in my power. It's about remembering that despite that and honoring what happened to you, you are still whole. They didn't take anything away from you. Okay, next question. How do I love myself more than the feeling of wanting someone so bad, but it's not right? You feeling when something is not right, that's your intuition. That is your inner wisdom saying, this does not feel right in the body. This does not align with us. But sometimes our egos, right, where we get attached and then you start fantasizing, no, but this partner could be great. And you are not honoring your intuition. There's a reason why you feel something isn't right. You have to honor that. And the biggest way to show yourself self-love is to listen to your intuition. That is your biggest gift. It is your biggest protector. It wants the best for you. Our mind sometimes can lead us astray. And why is it that you want them? Ask yourself, okay, why do I want them so badly? Really, really dig deep as to why, and you're gonna realize that the reason beneath it all is something that you're gonna question. Is it something I admire about them? Is it a status thing? What is it? And is that a really good reason? And does it match up with what my intuition feels? What my inner wisdom feels? Sometimes we say, oh, I want them so badly because we just have great chemistry. But dig deeper, okay, it's the chemistry. Okay, what about that? What about them as a person do I want so badly? And why is it that I want this? And keep questioning. And when you get to the bottom, you're gonna realize, maybe I don't need them that badly. Okay, next question. I just broke up with my boyfriend. Is there a timeline I should give myself to grieve? I want you to let go of that idea that there should be a timeline. Everyone is so different. Everybody's relationship is so different. Everybody heals differently. So I want you to let go. There is no timeline that you need to be following. I want you to move at your own pace. Don't rush through something, through your healing journey, just because you feel like you have to be more ahead. That's okay. Some people take longer, some people take a shorter time. And so I think with both sides of it, people feel guilty when they feel like they're moving too fast. But hey, that's working for them. Some people feel like they're moving on too slowly and they can't cope. That's okay. Baby steps, baby steps. So again, honor your own journey. But what I don't want you to do is to wallow and not do anything about it. We can't sit in a negative feeling for too long, right? It's good to feel it, but how can we transform it? How can we start learning from it? You can't just pity yourself and become a victim, because there's nothing waiting for you there either. It's okay to feel it. It's okay to give yourself time. Build yourself your own little timeline. And I hate to call it a timeline, but this will help you keep yourself accountable to not wallow in that pain for too long, okay? Next question. I'm not in a relationship, but we keep talking since 8 months, but now it's off from 3 days. What to do? I'm guessing you're asking that you haven't talked in 3 days. Listen, what is it that you want? Because oftentimes we get stuck in these situationships because we want this person so badly, we're willing to accept any treatment. And we're like, maybe if I just keep waiting, then he'll like me. Then he'll want to make things official. And what you're doing, they are putting you in limbo. And you are passing up the opportunity of maybe meeting somebody that's actually great and will give you that commitment and that respect and that love that you deserve. So why are you stuck in this cycle? And it's good to ask yourself this question. Would my dream partner, somebody that I want as a partner, keep me stringing along for 8 months, not talk to me for 3 days? Is that how you want your ideal partner to act? Is that how you would want your ideal partner to treat you? And I know it's hard to put your foot down and say, I'm done, because you probably have feelings for him. You probably really, really like him. I mean, it's 8 months of this. A lot of feelings are developed through that time. So I want you to go easy on yourself and have compassion for yourself. But again, you are doing yourself a disservice. It is time to put yourself first and say, what is it that I want in my life? How do I want to experience love? What will that look like? Maybe write a whole paragraph, write a story of how you want your ideal relationship to look like. And if it doesn't match up, what are you doing? Something to think about. Okay. Been single for 2+ years. Family, friends, and therapists encourage me to get out more. I get nervous thinking about dating, starting over. Any advice on how to get back out there? So one of the things I advise you to do is to do a list of all your wonderful qualities. Like really hype yourself up, because I don't think we do this enough. And it's a way to honor yourself on how wonderful you are. And again, it's not being vain, it's not being cocky, it's not any of that. It's honoring who you are as a person. What are you really proud about yourself? What do you love about yourself? Maybe it's like, hey, I'm really giving. Write that down. I'm a really good friend. Write that down. And I want you to read that list every single day. And if it helps, maybe in the morning, read it and say it to yourself, and say it with love and excitement. And the more you do it, you're gonna realize, I am a catch. I am gonna find somebody that's gonna appreciate me. But before you get out there, I want you to come through with that energy, because then people feel it. And then you attract that energy as well. You can't get back out there fearful and not feeling good about yourself. Okay, so that's the first thing I want you to do, so you can step out more confidently. And so when rejection happens, because it might, that's happens with dating, you won't be knocked to the ground because of it. You will say, that just wasn't my person. They didn't see all the beauty in me, and that's okay. Not everybody will, but I will find somebody who will. And so you come through with that power and that self-love, and it makes you unstoppable. Okay, I'm gonna do one last question. Hi, I love my ex so much. Even though he's a toxic person, I could hate only his actions, not him. Here's the thing, you don't have to hate him. You shouldn't hate him, because that energy, when you hate somebody, it just lives within you, and it's not good, right? It's just not good. So it's good that you don't hate him. I'm actually glad that you don't. But also realize that you can love somebody but not want them back, because you know they're not right for you. But just because you love him doesn't mean that you need him back. I really want you to really think about that. You can love them but not want them back, because you love yourself more. You know that was a toxic situation, and you should love yourself more. That's not selfish, okay? So if you love yourself more, you won't accept toxicity in your life. You can wish him well, you can love him, but from afar, from a distance. He will be okay. You wish him well, but not in your life anymore. I know that's painful, and it's gonna take some time sometimes to come to terms with it. Right now, it's about you and your peace. You can love him, but you don't need him back. Okay, that was all. I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope it was helpful. I know a lot of these problems, so many people deal with it as well. We are not alone. That's one thing that I've realized when I coach my clients. They all deal with the same thing. At the end of the day, we all just want to feel love. We want to feel good about ourselves. We just want to thrive. All we want is love. All we want is self-love. All we want is to be happy. So whatever you're going through right now, you will get through it. If you need my support, head on over to my website. I have resources there. We could do one-on-one coaching, whatever will be most helpful to you. Okay, I'll see you guys next time.